Folks, you are doing your second homework, which is integrated investment management with cash and futures only using online sources. And you have to identify and interpret whether soybean, Japanese yen, and S&P futures have backwardation, contango, or mixed market. So as you can see in my videos and also the in the module sections, all the reference materials, that a normal backwardation is where here is the futures price, where futures price is less than the expected price. This is the expected price, and short hedges dominate. And then normal contango, the word normal is key. Normal contango is where futures price is greater than expected future price. So but this is only one condition. So if you would like to identify normal backwardation and contango, there are two conditions. Short hedges must dominate and F sub 0 must be less than EST. So if you look at normal backwardation, you say F sub 0 is less than EST in this case, and you also find out whether short hedges dominate. So in order to find out whether the short hedges dominate in the case of normal backwardation, and in the case of normal contango, you look at long hedges dominate and F sub 0 is greater than EST. So question is, where do you get the data for short hedges and long hedges, and where do you get the data for F sub 0 and EST? F sub 0 is always available in bar chart. EST is your own expectation. So you have to do a couple of things. First, find out short hedges or long hedges dominate for the asset that you are considering, let's say soybean or Japanese yen. And then you have to form an expectation. These expectations comes from your fundamental analysis of demand and supply. So if you see that demand is greater than supply for soybean, so your expectation is the price of soybean is likely to rise above the current F sub 0. If you see that, well, Japanese yen, let's say the demand for Japanese yen is less than the supply, then in this case, your expectation for the Japanese yen price would be less than the current F sub 0. So again, number two condition is determined through your fundamental analysis. So you just have an expectation, and then you suggest in your answer that I expect that soybean to go up, or I expect the US yen to go down. So this is one condition. Then you can state based on your expectations. Regarding the short hedges and long hedges dominate, you have to go to the commitment of traders. So in order to go to the commitment of traders, I went to cftc.gov. So if you look at cftc.gov, and I also mentioned this in a very detailed commitment of traders hand notes on module, you go to market analysis, and then you to commitment of traders. When you go to the commitment of traders, you go down and you see this is agriculture. I'm going to look at soybean, and there is a long format and short format. You look at the short format, and when you look at the short format, there are a variety of things that are mentioned here: wheat, and then you have corn, then you have rough rice, lean hogs, and then we go slowly: live cattle, feeder cattle, butter and milk, and non-fat dry milk, and dry whey, cheese, and then here you go, soybean, which is traded in Chicago Board of Trade and with a contract size of 5,000 bushel. So you now look at these two columns are the ones that you are interested in. These are called basically the hedges position, and these are managed money, and others are your speculators position. So we'll ignore them. So here you see that producers and merchant, they have 203,000 position, and short is 350. And then you say swap dealers 118 is long position and short is 7.5. So you see, you have to add these short positions of these both columns. So it's like 357 something, and this is like 318. So it looks like short hedges dominate. If my math is correct, short hedges dominate even by low margin, although by low margin. So you go back to your case again. What are the conditions one more time? Normal backwardation is short hedges dominate and your expectation. So you say that in this market for soybean, short hedges dominate. And if you look at the demand and supply from, go online sources and find out, and then if you believe that, well, demand is greater than supply, then you say your expectation is greater than F sub 0. In that case, then you can identify this market to be normal backwardation. If you see that, well, demand is less than supply, so you expect AST to go down. In this case, only one condition is fulfilled, not the other one. You call that mixed market. And then you go for other ones, like long hedges dominate, or this is greater than that. So I hope that clarifies. And so again, your homework is you go look at cash and futures only, and then you do this one, whether they are, so you get this chart, and then you mention that here you identify them that as normal backwardation or normal contango or mixed market. My strong recommendation is that you go through my videos as well as the modules or materials there. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm going to put this video on your website as well. Thank you.